So you've been thinking of selling your home and you're wondering if there's some updates that you could do or some renovations that could help facilitate a faster sale or allow you to get more money or both. And that's great because there are definitely some renovations that are better than others in terms of providing a return on the investment that you make. The idea is that the money that you're putting into the house in order to help facilitate that sale, you want to be able to get at least most of that money back. And in a perfect world, you want to get all of it and more back to recoup in the sale of your home. And that's going to be the topic of today's video. I'm going to go over 5 renovations that I think you may want to consider in order to increase the appeal of your home to potential buyers in order to help facilitate a better sale. But before you dive into any renovations, what I would really strongly recommend is that you have a conversation with a realtor or a home appraiser, somebody from the Appraisal Institute of Canada. Have them over to your home. Somebody from the Appraisal Institute of Canada, by the way, there would be a small fee, but have them over to your home and give their opinion in terms of whether some renos are necessary. And something that I think you really need to strongly consider is whether renovations, the money, the headache, the time that you'd put in, the frustration, etc., would those renovations justify a particular sale price at the end of the process? If they're not going to, then what is the point of doing them? You don't want to waste a ton of money by putting it into your house and not getting it, or at least most of it, out, either through having the sale happen at all or having the sale happen for a particular sale price. Okay, so let's get into those top 5 renos. Reno number 1, interior paint. A fresh coat of paint can go a really long way in terms of freshening up a space and making it look bright and new. And I read various sources that said that a fresh coat of paint would return anywhere from 85 to 165% in terms of the investment that you put into what it cost to do that fresh coat of paint. So that's a very strong recommendation on my part. Reno number 2. Kitchen renovation. Sources say that a good kitchen renovation can return anywhere from 80 to 100% of your investment, but I would say that you want to be careful. You may want to stick to changes like resurfacing the cabinets or painting the cabinets, which can go a long way in terms of dramatically altering a space, or something like new countertops or maybe new flooring versus doing a complete and total remodel, which can get very expensive. Kitchens are very personal spaces, and your idea of a kitchen remodel might not necessarily be what somebody else would envision in terms of how they would alter a space. Renovation number 3. Bathroom renovation. Now, much like a kitchen reno, a good bathroom reno can provide up to an 80 to 100% return on the investment. But again, I would caution that you want to be wary of doing a total remodel or a total kind of gut job in a bathroom versus doing something relatively minor like retiling a shower or installing a new sink and vanity and bathroom mirror and a new light fixture. Renovation number 4, your roof. Now, you may consider that this is a repair or a fix and not a renovation, but if there is water coming into your house, there's no point in doing a fancy new kitchen renovation if people can witness water dripping through the ceiling. So I would strongly recommend that you take a hard look at your roof, make sure that there's no water coming into your house. If your roof is only 1 or 2 years away from being replaced, you may want to consider replacing it. If you experience some damage during the windstorm that we had fairly recently, I would strongly consider or strongly recommend that you look into having that roof repaired or maybe replaced if the damage was bad enough. And while we're talking about water coming into the house and nobody caring about nice renovations that you've done elsewhere in the house, I'll throw in a bonus repair or reno, and that would be a leaky basement. So if you've done a fabulous reno in your kitchen and your bathroom, and then people go downstairs and there's water, whether it's a finished or an unfinished space, people are going to care much, much less about the nice kitchen, about the nice bathroom. They're not going to pay as much for the house, and you're not going to get the money back from your renovations that you did elsewhere. So tune up things like your roof, take a look at what's going on with your foundation and whether water's coming into your house, so that if you were to also do other renovations like your bathroom or your kitchen, that you'll get that money back and people won't be distracted by the fact that there's going to be water coming into the home. Reno number 5, curb appeal. How your home is viewed from the curb is the first impression that buyers get when they approach the home, if they're going for a showing, or if they just happen to be driving by because they've seen the sign in the lawn. Turning the exterior of your home from something like this to something like this can dramatically change the impression that someone gets when they approach the home. Now, that transformation can take some time and can cost some money, but even doing a simple transformation like from this to this can also, again, greatly alter the impression that someone is experiencing as they're entering your home. The last thing that I think you want to ask yourself is, can I stomach a renovation both from a financial standpoint and from a mental or a stress standpoint? And if the answer is no to either one of those factors, then I wouldn't bother going through with the renovations. You'll just want to make sure that when you're pricing the home, when you're working with your realtor, that you price the home accordingly based on the fact that you're selling the home as is. Thanks again for watching. Be on the lookout for future videos, and I appreciate your time, and I hope to see you again.